welcome back to another episode of the 20 Somethings podcast where we know everything and nothing at the same damn time. I have a guest, real estate agent, loan officer, and overall boss ass woman, Adrianna.
Hey.
Thanks for coming.
I'm excited. Thank you.
I put a post on my Instagram and I was like, I need a guest to come on. And so many people responded, but I mean, they weren't like, they didn't have shit going on. I was like, what are we gonna talk about? Like, what do you have? But I'm so glad you came on.
I'm excited. I was like, me.
We're gonna do a little icebreaker. We're gonna play this or that, but real estate edition.
Okay.
Because my girl sells houses, okay? Get it done. Okay, so this or that real estate edition. Open house or a private showing?
Private showing.
And why? I should have said why.
It's more intimate with one-on-one with my client.
Yeah.
Or, well, it depends on the situation. But if you're talking about like a client, I would prefer a one-on-one showing. More intimate, can give them the details of the house, can answer their questions. Whereas an open house is more so, hey,
they're all over the place.
They're all over the place. You can't really have an intimate conversation with that agent who's hosting it. Sometimes it's not the listing agent who's hosting it. It's like a random agent. So it's not as intimate or informational as a private showing.
Okay. So city condo or suburban house?
Oh, I like suburban house.
Yeah, I think it depends. Like, certain stages of your life, you're like, okay, I want a condo.
Yes.
And then it's like, I could just do a regular townhome.
Yes.
Or I could do, So I understand. So modern home or historic home?
Modern home.
Yeah, I don't like the outdated shit. I can't do it. I can't. But then you can sell, like, say someone wants to sell their house, but it's not renovated. Mm-hmm. They can sell it for cheaper.
Well, we can sell it for the market value in that area, comparing their renovations to another house that has similar renovations or, similar fixtures. And it'll still sell for what it's worth, but yes, less than a renovated house because a renovated house is all new.
Yeah, all new appliances. And this kind of correlates to what we just said, but fixer upper or move-in ready?
Oh, I like a fixer-upper because you're getting it for cheap. And then once you put the money in, if you're doing it yourself or contractors who are not charging you as much, the resale value is 10 times more than if you buy a property that's already flipped.
See, this is why I want her on a pod because I feel like a lot of young people don't know anything about real estate.
Yes, and a lot of people think they cannot buy at our age when they can. Yeah.
We can?
Yes.
Okay, we're going to get more into that because I'm like, there ain't no way I'm getting a house. No time soon. God damn it. Okay, so walk-in closet or oversized kitchen?
An oversized kitchen, do you mean like an open concept island? Or
yes, like big-ass island, counter space, everything.
I would go with the oversized kitchen.
Okay. That is kind of...
Because I will make a separate room, the actual like walk-in.
For an actual walk-in closet.
An actual closet.
Okay. Big backyard or rooftop terrace?
Big backyard.
Yeah, same. Luxury listings or first-time home buyer?
Well, first-time home buyer can be a luxury buyer.
Oop, tell us something. Yes. Teach us something.
But my niche is first-time home buyers. But I do want to get into the luxury field.
Yeah.
Millions and millions of dollars. But
because like they do it because they're going to get more on their return.
Correct.
Yeah. So what made you get into real estate?
What made me get into real estate? I was 20.
She's young as hell.
I was in the middle of getting my bachelor's degree, which I still got it, but I was like, what could I do to make some money
right now?
A good amount of money, but like, the legal way, the fast way, but in a good way. And I was pregnant with Ronnie, and I was like, might as well just study for this real estate test, because at that moment, I mean, it is like that now, but it was like a 3-month course. I was like, why not? Let's try it.
Yeah.
And his, giving credit what it's due, his dad flips houses. So he was like also
Mm.
encouraging me, like, hey, get your license. We can keep the money in the house. Why not?
Yeah, it was gonna be a power couple.
Yeah.
Yeah. But look, you still took something away from it.
Hey, I'm still doing it now.
Yeah.
Still. So I mean, it is what it is. But that's how I started.
What did you go to school for originally?
Criminal justice. So I graduated from with my criminal justice, and I
Wow.
was a paralegal while doing real estate. And then I just ventured off with real estate full time after that.
Wow. See, I'm like, will I actually end up doing something in my major? Because I got my bachelor's like last year, and I was like,
And
what
what?
now? In communications, public relations. I guess this is the
Yeah.
same media, all the
Right.
same relative, but
Mm-hmm.
yeah. So, what were some challenges like you faced early on getting into real estate?
Oh my God.
So many, probably,
Yeah,
right?
so many. One, because I was young. So people think, okay, she doesn't know what she's doing.
Yeah.
A lot of the clientele then are older, and it still is older people. So they didn't trust me, or well, that's what I thought. They didn't trust me. Oh, she doesn't know what she's doing, or she just got her license just to get her license.
Yeah.
And it was more so like getting that clients. Like a lot of like there's the way you start is just by promoting yourself and just posting yourself.
I realized that it's a lot of promoting yourself on social media.
It is.
Which is probably way different than it was back in the day.
Yes, because when what they told us is like, hey, do mailers or do like cards. So it's more so like by mail rather
Right.
than social media. And I was always on social media. So I'm like, how can I capitalize off of this without having to do
Right.
that other route? And I just started posting.
And niggas ain't checking their mail.
They're not.
I don't check my mail. I don't think they're checking their mail. But so a lot of it was trust. I feel like, especially on your page, I see you really brand yourself on your Instagram page because that is how you get the clients.
Correct.
Yeah.
And being yourself, and you are the brand overall. So it's like
I'm realizing that.
Yeah. So when they come to you, it's more so not your logo or not the color or whatever you're trying to put out there, but you as a person, and just, being your authentic self.
Yeah.
And
They want to know you can get the shit done.
right, getting it done, but also like being genuine. A lot of people do business and then personal pages, which is okay.
Yeah.
But I'm more so of like all in one, just so you can see who I am before you even talk to me, to see if you're even comfortable with the person that I am. Like,
see, I struggle with that because I'm like, say the podcast becomes bigger than what it is now. It's like, do I still post on my personal page? Like, do I still show my actual personality?
I think so.
Yeah. It's like, fuck it.
Yeah. Because it's you at the end of the day.
Yeah. So how old were you when you closed your first deal? And what was it like?
I was 21.
Damn.
Yeah, 21. And it was a great feeling seeing that amount in one check for the first time. I'm like, whoa, what am I going to do with this?
You was like, this is about to really...
but
then you were like, I can make a career out of this.
Correct.
Like,
well, and yes and no, because for my first 2 years, like I said, I was a paralegal. I was using my bachelor's for that. I didn't just go to school to not use it.
Yeah.
But fast forward, here I am not using it. And I was like, I have all these bills to pay. I have my 9-to-5 who is actually paying for my bills. It's like, do I want to do this full time? But it's at risk because it's commission. So
right.
It's like, what if I don't sell something and I'm messed out for the month?
Yeah.
So I did balance for 2 years my paralegal job and my real estate career, and then I was able to fully go full time with just real estate after that.
So, and it's still commission based. So you're pretty much selling homes
every month.
Thankfully,
yes.
That is amazing. Yeah,
I've gotten to that point. Yeah, like 3 to 4 average.
Wow, that is amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Shit. Because I feel like commission jobs, even when they try to sell cars and stuff, I'm like, why would anybody take a job like that? That like is literally putting my livelihood in your hands. But the fact that you were able to really become successful off of it, I love that.
Thank you.
We already took that. Okay, so you said that young people, we think we can't buy homes, but we really can. Yes. Let's talk about it. Is it realistic for young people to buy a home right now? I always say homes are so expensive. And I always say as we got older, I feel like the world got shittier and everything got just more pricey and it's really hard to live. Okay. So what would you say for a young person that wants to buy a home?
But you say it's pricier, but when you pay rent, it's like average like 500 extra more than what you would be paying in general because they're making their money. The landlord is making their money and you're paying them that extra.
Yeah, because I have a friend who just bought a home and she told me her mortgage and I was like, I'm paying more than that shit.
Correct. But I bought my first house. I was 21. But it also depends on the person's circumstance, right? So if you have a job for the past 2 years consistently, whether it's an office job, whatever it may be, has it been in that field consistently, even though you change jobs? Your credit's good. A lot of people don't talk about credit. A lot of people don't care about their credit. But as long as your credit is minimum 640, you file your taxes and have a job, you can buy a house.
So it's really an income.
It's income and credit.
Income and credit. we have a question.
So do you need to have, what is the line of your employment that you're looking at?
2 years.
2 years.
Consistent.
Oh.
Yes.
Cool. At one job or?
At any job.
Okay.
Yeah, any job as long as you file your taxes.
Oh, bet.
Yeah.
Look, she's teaching us. Why do I already feel like I can buy a home right now?
You can, yes.
So, in your opinion, why do you think people stray away from home ownership? Is it because we don't know shit?
But yes, I feel like people are not informed by it, and they think you need $20,000s to put on a down payment.
Yeah,
and they also, which I understand this part. They also feel scared that if something goes wrong in their house, that they are in charge of
yes, we can't call a maintenance man.
Correct. That's the main thing I hear, and I also hear I didn't know you only need an 8K to put down on the house, or 5K, or the seller can give you money. I didn't know that. So things like that. So it's more so like the money, they think it's too expensive, and then they don't even know like how to start.
Yeah. Listen, I'm gonna be calling you after.
Yes.
So what are major like red flags about buying a home? Things we should look out for. Say someone doesn't book you and they might book a little shady guy or whatever. Because you get older and we start learning ourselves more. We start seeing the red flags. So what do you think is a red flag when buying a home?
When buying a home, making sure whoever is your realtor or lender, asking them a series of questions of the steps in detail. And then a lot of people, which I've heard of, like biggest red flag would be waiving inspections. Let's not waive inspections. A lot of agents, just to get the deal done or to say, hey, just to get your offer accepted, either overpricing it, over offering, or waiving inspections. Mind you need to know what's wrong with the house. Like, you don't want to just move into a house where like you don't know what's going on, if you need it to get it fixed. And also, once you're under contract and you don't like the inspection report, you can get out of contract without losing your money. So it's like making sure you know what's wrong with the house to see, either get it repaired, get warranties, get anything on the house before you move into that home. But a lot of agents tend to say, hey, let's waive inspections to get the offer accepted.
Can't you take somebody to court for that?
Not if you accept to waive it.
Yeah. Who would do that though?
A lot of people.
That is
2021,
crazy.
2022 was crazy. COVID times when people were buying. Oh my God, people were doing over list, waiving appraisals, waiving inspections. So the appraisal gap, they would do that too, where, hey, let's say your house is worth $400K, but the appraisal came back at $370. They still wanted the house. That $30K, they're asked out basically. There's no equity on there, and they were still buying it.
They said that COVID was the best time to get a house.
The interest rates was good, but as far as like what I was saying, like the agents were saying either no inspections, appraisal gaps. At the end of the day, you're upside down now on the loan.
Yeah, like you don't know really what you're getting yourself into. Correct. Yeah. So what's something crazy or weird you've experienced in this business?
Girl, crazy, weird.
I know you got stories.
All in
just tell us one.
Ugh. I hate men. I hate men in this field. Not even in this field. Me being a woman in this field, it's very annoying.
Or in general. You can just say I hate men in general.
I do. Because men, And it was recent. That's why I'm telling this now, because it was like last week. On my Instagram, I have a link to schedule an appointment with me. And he scheduled a consult with me. Like, so every consult I do is through Google Meets.
Okay.
So I get on, mind you, I'm going through the whole consult. At the end of the consult, this man turns his camera on and
don't say he shows his dick.
He's jerking off.
No!
I straight logged off and blocked him.
No, he didn't.
Yes, I'm here joking about it still.
But wait, the whole conversation was good.
It was normal.
It was normal?
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Yes.
What do you even do?
Girl.
I would have cried. I don't know. I feel violated.
Yes.
I feel violated for you.
Wasting my time.
Literally.
Like, you looked at me like I'm just whatever. I don't know.
What perv?
Yes. A lot of men are like that in this.
I was not expecting you to say something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
This happened last Monday. Yeah.
Blocked. We need people like that. We need to report him.
Yeah.
He needs to get reported. Right? What the hell? Oh God.
Crazy.
I'm so sorry that happened to you.
Yeah.
Jesus. What the fuck type of weird shit is that?
That's the craziest. And then like also, like, which is the random and normal, the people who text or men who text trying to do business with you and the whole time they're trying to take you out on a date.
Right. So that's not a way to get her.
Oh no. I'm sorry, I'm not that pressed to sell a house or that greedy.
Yeah.
If the conversation doesn't flow as just business and you try to like add something later on, I'll cut you off. I'll block you.
Yeah.
I'm okay on that. So like,
yeah, that's not how you do it, guys.
Yeah.
So how do you balance relationships, work, friends, family life? Because your job seems like demanding.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Or like you don't have like a 9 to 5.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's why I go through it a lot with men, because also in the field, like, they don't understand that my phone is my life. My phone,
that's how you make money.
I'm on my phone all the time, either texting, doing a Google Meets, booking an appointment, running comms. Like, I'm always on my phone, and they think that I'm just on my phone diddly-dallying and doing anything.
Yeah,
so
you're not present.
Correct. Which is I also need to work on that. Like, if we go on a date or something, like, just do time with that and put my phone down. But if there's an emergency, like, I have to pick up my phone.
Yeah,
so it's more
money
so
calls.
Like, yeah. So it's more so having someone who understands.
Mm-hmm.
It's better to date someone in the field. But I've also learned, like, hey, not all men are not going to be open to understanding. So it's okay. Some men do understand that this is what I do. And I've learned now that I do say it up front, like, this is what I do. I'm not gonna like stop doing certain things because my job is all the time. 24/7.
Have you had that where they were like, no?
Oh yes, I've had where like
block him.
I've broken up with him because like, oh, I wake up and I'm on my phone and he's like, he was like, why is the first thing you do is get on your phone instead of saying good morning to me? I'm like, for what? I'm sorry, but you're right here in my face. Like,
he wanted a morning kiss.
No.
Morning breath.
No. So things like that. Yeah. No, very insecure, because I also deal with opposite genders.
Yeah.
So also they tend to get insecure and feel like, oh my God, why are you talking to a man, or why are you doing this?
Yeah.
It's my job.
And I think you should know, sometimes you have a bad bitch. Like, but we didn't choose this life. Like, it's not our fault we're pretty.
Exactly.
It just comes with the territory. Like, that's why your man has to be secure in himself.
Yep.
I didn't choose. You wanted me for some reason, didn't you?
Right.
Shit. So we did talk about this a little bit, but we talked about real estate, how it changed due to social media. A lot of it seems like you branding yourself. So what advice would you give them if they want to start branding themselves on social media? They're getting out of the mailing and the old school way of doing things.
I would say post consistently, keep posting yourself. Even if people say certain comments or why are you always posting yourself, or I see you all the time. Good. I want you to see me all the time.
Right.
I want to be in front of you. So don't care what anyone says. Keep posting yourself. Also, don't just post yourself saying you're an agent. give value. So do videos or posts that educate people so they know what they're seeing, what they're learning, and seeing that you are actual knowledgeable in that field. But yeah, just consistently post.
Do you come up with your own concepts?
I do.
Okay, so you just think of ideas every week just to like, okay, I'm going to do this. I'm going to work with this videographer. I'm going to do it like that.
I've actually, thankfully, because it's been a good year so far, I invested back in my business, as you should.
You should.
Yes.
You should.
With a videographer and a content, person who puts things together. And actually just did that yesterday. No, yesterday? 2 days. I don't even know my days. But sometime this week, I did this. And we're doing 10 videos out of this. And I booked them to shoot all day.
Oh, so wow.
Out of that whole day that I did, we're going to get 10 videos, which is 2 videos a month that I'm going to post. I mean, two videos a week that I'm going to post, which is like a month of content.
Yeah.
So I'm going to see how that goes.
I feel like that is a great way to just never run out of content.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love that. It's very important to invest in yourself, guys.
It is.
Like, if you're working a 9 to 5, use the 9 to 5.
Right. That's what I did. Yes, correct.
Same. I use my 9 to 5 to do this.
Exactly. Yep.
Let's get into corrupt comments. So, do you know what a squatter is?
Yes.
Why is it? First of all, why is that legal?
I don't know why Maryland is a tenant-friendly state. I hate it.
I just seen there's a show on A&E called Squatters, and I was like, there's no way that people are allowed to do this. Let me find the actual, because I want to do a real definition of what a squatter is, because this shit blew my mind. I'm watching the show like there's no way this is legal. Okay, let's do an actual Google definition of what a squatter is. Okay, a squatter is an individual who occupies a property or land without a legal title, a lease agreement, or the owner's permission. So sometimes this happens when like the owner will go out of town or they'll take care of so-and-so for X amount of months or whatever. So I'm going to pull up this video and he tells a situation about a squatter, but I want to get your opinion on this because this is wild.
Yes. And I was just reading about this lady who owned a house in Dallas, Texas. She left to go to Florida to go take care of her mom who had terminal cancer. Well, she comes home a few months later and she finds squatters in her home. They sold her kitchen appliances, her furniture. They had a yard sale, sold all of her shit, and then she couldn't get them out. This is a real estate horror story. So a woman named Terry owned a home in Dallas, Texas, and she goes to take care of her mom in Florida who has terminal cancer. While she's gone, she gets a call that would soon turn her life upside down. Someone was living in her house. At first, she thought it was a misunderstanding. Surely the police would show up, remove the person, and that would be the end of it. Wrong. So according to Terry, the homeowner, she said by the time that she found out what was actually happening, the person had already been there long enough that law enforcement told her it had become a civil matter. Instead of removing the squatter, she was told she would have to go through the eviction process. That's fucked up. And here's where it gets even crazier. The man was not a stranger. Terry, the homeowner, said she actually hired the man to do some work on her house before leaving to go take care of her mom in Florida. So while she was in Florida caring for her mom, she said that the man broke into her house, moved himself in, and even allowed his friends to come and live there as well. But what happens next is straight out of a nightmare. Months went by, and Terry fought through the court system trying to get her own home back. During that time, she says the squatter sold all of her belongings online, even had a yard sale using her property. Her washer, dryer, refrigerator, clothes, furniture, personal possessions, all gone. The neighbors later told her that they watched people buying her belongings from her front yard. Do you know how livid I would be if my neighbors, who I was friends with, cordial with,
how is this legal? I'm like so confused about this.
In Maryland, well, what I've seen or experienced has never been that to that extreme. But we see a lot of situations in the city.
Because they're abandoned.
Either abandoned or either just like regular listings.
Yeah.
That have no one living there that we put on the market and they break in. They sometimes write up a fake lease so they can live there.
Right.
Situations where you have to go through the courts.
Yeah.
But
I heard it takes months, years.
Many cases, though, as corrupt as these people are, you give them like $3,000, mind you, out of your own money, like pocket, and they leave, right?
What the?
Yeah. So it's like, you're in my house, you're messing up my house, and I gotta give you money to get out my house.
It is it's crazy.
Yeah.
And then the show on A&E basically shows like this guy found a loophole. So like a squatter will come in a home or whatever. He'll talk to the owner and he'll be like, hey, sign over the lease to me. And the owner signs the lease to him. Then that gives him I guess leverage to go in the house with the squatter. So now they're living in the house, but in the lease they can reconstruct the house and all that. But basically he kind of manipulates them into leaving because he makes it hard for them to live there. But he's like, yeah, you gotta sign the lease over to him in order for him to come in. That's or whatever. Crazy. But I was like, this shit is no way. And then you're telling me, I call the police and you're saying it.
They don't do anything.
It's a civil matter.
Yeah, they don't do anything.
How is it a civil matter?
They don't do anything.
I was shocked. I can't believe this is a real thing. Yeah. A squatter.
Yes. They're horrible. I hate it. I hate dealing with that. A lot of my investors deal with that. I'm like, I feel so bad. That's why a lot of people like have to invest in insurance and cameras.
Yeah.
Even when the house is vacant, because so many people go through that.
Yeah. And in Maryland, they're like, if the squatter lived there for over 20 years, or it's like certain stipulations as to why they can stay. You still take them to court, obviously, but for that amount of time, they can still stay. I think that's wild.
Crazy. Maryland's crazy with tenants.
Okay, so I'm going to get a little in your business, just a little bit. So you said that it's not a good way to basically get to you through business, right? So don't hit her up based on you saying you want to sell a house, you don't really, or you want to buy a house, you don't really want to buy a house, you're trying to get a date or whatever. So how can somebody do that? How can somebody get a date with Miss Boss Woman, Busy Woman?
I don't know.
You know what I used to do?
What?
I used to allow them to slide in my DMs, but I realized that is terrible.
Yes. What?
That's a terrible way.
I do not respond to a lot of the DMs I get. I think it's more so like the relationships that I have taken serious, it's been like
meet them in person.
Yeah, like one-on-one without social. Even though like I'm so social media, I like social media. Like I don't want to meet my partner through social media.
Yeah,
I think the most genuine way would be in person and just to feel the energy and the vibe. Because on social media, they do think I had a guy, a realtor, told me this yesterday. Like on social media, I may seem like I'm stuck up or bratty or whatever they think, right? Mm-hmm. But I don't get genuine that vibe person. At all. Yeah, and I'm a good I'm not like that at all. So it's like seeing how that person's energy is and that vibe, and see if I actually you can hold a conversation and see if I like you.
Yeah. You can't be dumb.
Yeah, you cannot be dumb.
You cannot be dumb. and don't be in the DMs either. Yes. You got to catch me, literally. Yes. No, not me, her.
No, I'm sorry.
Sorry, guys. So we're going to end the pod how we end the pod every episode. We just do a fill in the blank. So it's something about your 20-somethings that, and then you just fill in the blank.
Okay.
You want me to go first?
Yes.
Okay. Now I got to think because I didn't even think about this. Okay. It's something about your 20-somethings that makes you want to obtain knowledge.
Mm-hmm.
I was very thankful that you came on here because we don't know much about home ownership. I know a lot of my family don't own homes.
Yeah.
It's probably I can name off of one hand how many people actually own their homes. So.
And I think people also get discouraged. They think that they have to have this big ass house the first time around, and you don't. It's more so investing in that. Once you buy a house, you're an investor at that point. But my first house wasn't even a house; it was a condo at 21. And then that's actually one of my best cash flowing houses that I have right now. And it's
I was just gonna ask you. You sell out so you rent it out.
I rent it out.
Oh, yeah. I love that.
So it's my first property wasn't nothing crazy.
Yeah.
And then I was able to get a townhouse and a house, whatever. But it's more so those steps, right?
It's a great flow of income to where you're not really having to.
And that pays the other mortgage or a car payment or whatever you may have that's, laying around. But I think people get discouraged about that, and it's more so getting your foot in the door. And at the end of the day, it's like a savings account. Whereas renting, you're throwing out that money. But yes, you're paying a mortgage. But when you sell it, or if you want to refinance it, you have all that money in that home as equity.
Right.
So you're not missing out on money. You're actually it's like a savings account.
Yeah.
In a way. You don't have to start if you want to start the process of buying, you don't have to look at it as, oh, okay, I want a big ass house. You can just start, get something in, and then a year from that, get something bigger and rent that out.
Yeah. Just because it was your first purchase doesn't mean it's your last purchase.
Yeah, correct.
So fill in your blank.
Shit.
I know, I put you on the spot.
You did. It's something about your 20-somethings that you shouldn't stick or follow what everyone in their 20s are doing, like partying, drinking. No, I'll just start in my 30s. No, you have a fresh start in your 20s. Be ahead of other people, and it's okay to be in that path where you're focused, where you're goal-oriented, where you have things that you want to accomplish, and it's okay that you're not partying and out like everyone else is on social media. I would think.
Well, thank you again for coming.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you guys for tuning in to another episode of the 20-somethings podcast. Bye.
Bye.